Hi YouTube. It's a Monday again. So this is just kind of a short casual hello, how are you from Anneke of Tampa. Your sometimes glamorous Grammy. I'm not so much today. I'm feeling a little under the weather today. Just off, you know how sometimes you have those days. So a little makeup, I hope, putting my hair up, wearing a pretty dress, this blue dress that I've had a while. And if you notice, the stockings are topped in blue too. Let me turn around so you can see the back of it. And all of that has the background of my blue and white collection. There you go. Yes, I'm very Palm Beach, the Hamptons, but with a beer budget. I love all that kind of design. So what have I been up to? Well, I think I told you a while ago that I was going to have to be looking for a new place to live. As this beautiful condo that I'm living in, the owners want to sell it. Actually, they wanted to sell it 3+ years ago when I moved into it, but they were so gracious to take me on as a tenant. And I've been a very good tenant. But they live in Colorado, and this is the last of the properties they own in the community. They had 5 at one time, and all they ever used them for were rentals. So there were actually 3 of this particular model that they owned. One was just down the street, and that sold a couple of years ago. And then the one across from me is about to close, or it already has. I was away from Friday till today, so I haven't caught up on the latest gossip in the neighborhood. I have this really fun neighbor that lives upstairs, and he keeps me posted on everything that's going on in the community that I would never find out about. So I went up to stay in the area that I was looking at. It's north of here. It's also designated one of the safest places to live in Florida for storms, for wind, rain, hurricanes. So, but it's still reasonably priced, and it's a civilized area. So I have acquaintances in the community, so I've become very familiar with it. And the funny part of it is that I've kind of gotten accepted into this little group who are friends of my friends, and they have a monthly wine tasting. So this will be, I think, the 3rd time that I've been. And so now I'm considered part of the gang. And luckily, this one that was hosted yesterday afternoon was within walking distance of my friend's house. So, but I just didn't feel great yesterday. My little tummy was off, and I didn't taste half of the wines that came around. And they always bring hors d'oeuvres. And I have to tell you, I'm gonna sound like a snob. Most people don't know how to cook anymore. Probably the most awful thing that we had yesterday, somebody made a casserole out of tater tots and grated cheese. I took a bite and spit it back out on my plate. So, you know, just awful. So my friend and I, we've decided that the next one that we go to, we're going to bring a lot of really good food, you know, fresh, homemade, well-prepared food. So if we can't eat anything else, we can eat our own stuff. But the folks are wonderful to go to it. The company's fun. It's not any kind of a lifestyle community at all. So I don't have somebody sitting across from me wondering when they are, you know, there's just none of that. Just go and relax and be friends. So that's what I did this weekend, and I did find a place. And this is so cute. I'll try and keep this story short. Been keeping our eye out for a while. And the week before last, my friend put up a little Facebook plea. It said that a friend of hers is looking for a place, and would anybody know of a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a garage, lanai, that was for rent. And believe it or not, somebody replied back right away and said they had 2, but they were both being remodeled. So they would prefer not to show them until they were a little further along. So they wouldn't be available right away, which is fine with me because I do not want to move immediately around Christmas time. I know it's a terrible time to move, but it really would be good for me. And long story short, we finally made arrangements, and Friday we found another place through a different realtor, and we went to this house that was perfect inside. Absolutely perfect. The kitchen was to die for. Not as big as mine, but more luxurious. Everything in the house was top grade. The only problem was it was on a very busy street across from a treatment plant. Yeah. I tossed and turned all night long, and I woke up in the morning and said, what was I even thinking to consider this? No. We're not doing this. And then we had an appointment for 10 o'clock. So we met the owner, landlord, the guy does these for investment. It's not a private owner that's moved someplace else and just wants to rent their place out. It's a person that does this for a living. So we went to the first place, and they hadn't started to remodel, but I do interior redesign and design, so I have the ability to look at what's there and see what it can be in the future. So I didn't mind, but he said they were going to do this and this and everything, actually, appliances, toilets, painting, new floors, blah, 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 until we went out on the lanai, and right in the middle of the lanai was a wall, what was bigger than this. It was out like this, right up in the middle of the lanai, and there was a window on each side. It could look out into the yard behind you, but when it turned and looked over out of the window, there was a neighbor right on top of you. I looked at him and I said, no, this doesn't blow my hair back. He says, well, the other one still has tenants. He says, I have another one. He said, I just closed on yesterday. He said, we haven't done anything yet except, clean out the junk and whatever is left in there. And we went in, and voila, perfect floor pan. Darling little lanai with a secret garden right off of it, all hedged in, where I could bring all my plants. I could sit out there privately. You could have your grill, and mature trees, all kinds of tropical landscaping. There were birds and butterflies everywhere. It just has to be worked on. So my move-in date is December 1st. So this next month, October and November, I'm going to be packing and working my little, well, not so little, butt off. But I still will be here Mondays and Thursdays. So wish me luck and Godspeed and finding the right movers, because my friend and her husband have helped me move so many times that I am not going to ask them again. We're all getting too old for this stuff to do it again. So that's my good news. Even if I don't feel so hot, I'm really, really excited. And down the road, when we get closer to the date and everything's confirmed, I mean, I have yet to be approved. I've got to fill out all the forms. They're going to do the background check. And then I'll announce where it is I'm going. So love you all. Thank you for being here. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscription bar. And if you'd like to be notified, well, then hit that little bell, and then that will let you know when there's a new post up. And remember, if you want to see more, I do have an OnlyFans page, and I do have a presence on the internet. All you have to do is Google that name, and you'll find out what else I do, what else I offer, where I am, what I'll be up to. Thank you all for being here. I hope you're not bored out of your mind today. I'll take a walk back again and another little swirl around. Whoops, I just hit the lamp, which means it'll be a bruise. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Namaste.